Hey first grade friends, my name is Miss Austin and I'm here in the Wood Elementary STEM Lab, and today I'd like to talk to you about heat. I have here with me a beaker of ice. Now ice is a solid. What do you think would happen whenever I add heat to the ice? Let's find out. To add heat, I'll use a hot plate. It's been on for a while, so it's already very hot. If I put my hand on the metal part, it would get burned. Because it can burn you, you should never get too close to a hot plate. Only adults should use them. Let's see what happens to the ice when the beaker is put on the hot plate. You can see that when heat is added to ice, it starts to melt and turn into water. Water is a liquid. So now we have some solid ice and liquid water in the beaker. Let's see what happens when we keep adding heat to the ice.
Minutes later. 1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Keeping the ice on the hot plate caused all of it to melt, and now our beaker is filled only with water. All of the ice is now gone. Do you think other solid items would melt when we added heat to them? Let's find out. In this beaker, I've put a few pieces of butter. Like the ice, the butter's a solid. So let's see what happens to it when we add heat to it. Put it up on the hot plate, and we will let it go. The butter, just like the ice, melted, and what we are left with is liquid butter. Let's look at one more example. Now I have with me an egg. Now you can see that the outside part, which is called the shell, is solid, but I'm going to crack it into this bowl. And now you can see that as I move the bowl around, the egg moves with it. The inside of an egg is a liquid. Now the yellow part is called the yolk, and it looks like it's solid, but that's because it's protected by a thin layer that's called a membrane. So when I poke the yolk with a toothpick, the membrane breaks and the liquid yolk spills out, and it joins with the rest of the liquid egg. So now I've put the egg on the heat, and what do you think is going to happen? Let's watch and find out.
5 minutes later.
I want to show you a little closer what's happening. So if I lift off the bowl, you can see that there's still some of the egg that's liquid and is moving around, but the rest of it isn't. Let's keep watching.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So what do you see that's happened to the egg? The egg has cooked. I'm going to take it out of this bowl and put it into another one so that you can see what it looks like a little better. The egg was a little bit stuck to the glass bowl, so it came out in pieces when I took it out. But you can see that there is no more liquid egg. It's all been cooked and it's now a solid. Sometimes when we add heat to liquids, we end up with a solid, like what happened with the egg. And if you take liquid pancake batter and you add heat to that, you get pancakes, which are a solid. If you take liquid cake batter and you add heat to that, you end up with a yummy cake. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little more about adding heat. I'll see you next time. Bye.